AITA for telling my GF I saw her daughter's butthole. I 44 meters started dating a woman 45F back in December. Her daughter 20F moved down in January from out of state and is staying with my GF until she gets settled. Daughter is a good kid, we get along well. She even gets along with my son 13 meters. A few weeks ago the daughter asked if she could use Snapchat to send me videos of the painting they redoing in the house, videos of their dogs etc. Week before last my girlfriend mentions a picture of one of the dogs that her daughter posted on Instagram. Knowing that many people use the same username across multiple platforms, I did a Google search using her Snapchat username. The first result was Twitter, which I skipped because Twitter. Second result was her Reddit profile. I think, oh cool, I love Reddit. Just got my 6-year badge and clicked to her profile. Turns out she uses Reddit to post pics for her OnlyFans page. I see a thumbnail of what could only be described as a picture used for a telehealth exam with an obstetrician or proctologist. I closed the page and went back to the Google search results and read the summaries on the links instead of just looking at the domain like I was before. All of the links were related to her of content mixed with her personal info. Anyone who has been on the net for a while knows this is a recipe for disaster. Heck, I am even using a throwaway for this post and it doesn't have a pic of my butthole in it. I just don't want this story associated with my main profile. I talked to a few of my female friends who have daughters to see how bad it would be if I tell my GF what happened. It's not like their advice for this topic on our dating over 40. The general consensus was I needed to tell my GF due to the safety risk. Last week I told my GF and showed her how to search her daughter's username because my GF is not tech savvy at all. I showed her how it only took 4 steps to go from her daughter's OnlyFans page to the location sharing of Snapchat and see her house. I told her I am not condoning what she's doing, but if she's going to do it then she needs to be more careful. My GF told her daughter to Google her of name and it of course returned a lot of stuff and the daughter freaked out. She put 2 and 2 together knowing her mom isn't savvy enough to figure this out on her own and texted me about finding it. I admitted to her how it all went down sans the details of the picture. Daughter accuses me of stalking her and looking for her nudes because I must be a perv. I explained I didn't go looking for them. It's not like I subscribed to her of page, but told her if it was that easy for me to find the pictures then it would be just as easy for a stranger to find her in real life. Like I told my GF, it's one thing to show your bits online for strangers, it's another thing when they knock on your door. So now daughter thinks I am a creep that went looking for her nudes. My GF isn't talking to me, and I need to know if AITA here for telling my GF. Thank you. NTA, this makes me really sad knowing you were genuinely torn as to whether you should say anything, and you did so only to protect your girlfriend's daughter, and as a result you're the one getting it in the neck. I don't know what you said or how you handled it or anything, but other than potentially bringing it up with a little more tact, you've only warned her of a potential issue later. I want people to see what I put online and pay me for it. Wait, you saw what I put online? You perv. Also she accused him for searching for nudes, but OP literally had no way of knowing there would be any. If she has not been public about having enough, then why would he try and search for that using her username? For most people that would not give you anything. If you search my social media you mostly just get boring LinkedIn posts and too many pictures of our dog. NTA you went looking for a picture of a dog, and found a major safety risk. The daughter is probably just very self-conscious and upset that she's been found out. If you let her know that you don't oppose sex work, and you're just looking out for her safety, she should understand, but she's probably pretty embarrassed about everything. It also seems a bit odd that someone with enough that shares and promotes her page on public forums, then lashes out at others for being perverts if they happen to find them under her name. Yeah, but I think the internet offers a sense of ambiguity. It's a little different to have strangers seeing your bits than a person you see regularly, but I am just spitballing. I don't really know. You can explain the backstory honestly. Also, she is technically a sex worker and should be prepared for people she knows in real life to find that stuff, or who find that stuff to then run into her in real life. Stuff online does not always feel real. Also, You could not have been searching for her nudes. You had no idea they were there in the first place. If you had been trying to do this for personal pleasure, you would not have shared it with her mother to try and inform her of the potential risk. It's a lot better she finds out because you warn her than through a creep looking her up. Plus, you could have anonymously subscribed to the OnlyFans. If she is not okay with guys she knows in real life potentially finding her pics, she should not be publishing them in the first place. She is also likely embarrassed, since it was a secret. NTA. Damned if you do. Potential horrible consequences if you don't. Sometimes doing the right thing is not the right thing. I did have told her. Couple problems. She is an adult, so maybe not the best idea to talk to someone else other than her of such things. Not just your GF but your other female friends, unless you kept anonymity intact. Secondary problem is the family relation, so makes it difficult. Based on this, I do not know what I would do in the same situation. It is not exactly a good option either to hint directly to her to make sure her personal info is safe on the internet. She might not realize what you are talking about, or she might realize you found her OnlyFans. The only real option without the possibility of this kind of blowback would be to just not do anything. Just a lose-lose situation. Edit. The only other option I can think of except keeping it to myself would be a general "hey, do you guys have your data secure" type of nudge. Like when both the mom and the daughter are present, start talking to the mother about making sure her name is safe on the net so the daughter also hears. Then it is up to her to do something about it or ignore it. Meaning well only turns out well depending on what type of people you are dealing with and how they happen to react. Minding your own business and not getting tangled is a major skill. Biggest example is breakups. If the person would be a good enough person that you could just tell them, hey, this is why I do not like you, you probably would not be breaking up in the first place. Or if she is looking to improve, she would have already handled those kinds of personality problems. In that situation you cannot win, so it is just best to stay neutral and say nothing about the reasons. I was looking for this. It does seem to me that it would be more appropriate to talk to the daughter directly. Finding an adult has nudes and immediately taking the issue to their mother is an obvious dick move in basically every case other than this one. I think this guy's heart was in the right place and it is very forgivable, but I am not sure it was exactly the right approach. Then again, if the info leads back to the mother's house, it is kind of her business too at that point. On a less serious note, if Reddit has taught me anything, it is that this guy is actually either writing fetish fiction for himself or creating an elaborate alibi to cover up the fact that he searched for and found his girlfriend's daughter's OnlyFans account. If we accept everything in your post as 100% objective fact, then sure, I guess you were not the asshole, but I am really struggling to accept your explanation for why you were Googling her username, particularly when you clicked not on her Instagram account, whose supposed dog photos were the ostensible reason for your search, but on her Reddit profile. In fact, why did you Google her username at all? Why did not you just search for her on Instagram, or just ask your wife to send the dog photo to you? This just does not hold up for me. Asking for a pic of a cute puppy is not inappropriate, but Googling your girlfriend's daughter and checking out her Reddit profile kinda is. I don't think you're in a hole, but, from what I know of Reddit, lack of security in this case aside, Reddit is often seen as someone's private world from their acquaintances. I don't know if that makes sense. Stuff like Facebook and Instagram, I get the whole mild stalking of people on there since people curate that stuff for their friends and family. I feel like you being an active Reddit user, you know that Reddit is often used as a private inner life risk or not. It's a place people often feel free to discuss things anonymously. If I somehow stumbled across someone's Reddit that I knew personally, that didn't give me permission to look at, I wouldn't look at it because of that perceived anonymity. You even said that you didn't want your own Reddit account to be associated with this post. Do you see how someone who admittedly wasn't savvy enough to use a different username across sites felt a bit violated? That's my 2 cents. I do think that you were right to tell her about the security risk though. NTA online anonymity is important, and when someone is not careful about it, bad things happen. There was just an SVU about a similar scenario, and the douchebag's stalking effort was a lot harder than just searching a username. There are some creepy dudes out there, and if it is that easy to find a house, How long until someone knocks on her door? Yup. I Google myself fairly frequently, removed myself from those horrible search engines that return your full name, address, and phone number. No photos of me show up at all. Only things that show up now that are actually related to me are a handful of articles about school competitions from 10 plus years ago. I don't have much of an internet presence outside of Reddit and Instagram, where I don't really post. I mostly follow a bunch of cute pet accounts for times when I need eye bleach. Really came in handy when I was harassed and borderline stalked by a former acquaintance. I remember a post about a week ago where some commentator female was getting mad at the OP male for not going out of his way to insert himself into some sexual drama to make the female feel better. I said it is extremely easy for a man to be labeled a creep, even with the best intentions, and was downvoted to heck. Seeing the post makes me laugh. Exactly what I was talking about, NTA, but the results were predictable. Best to just keep it to yourself. Edit context is a microaggression. Your friends are idiots, and I feel like you're kind of an idiot for listening to them when you knew this wasn't going to go well for you. I would have told you to forget you ever saw anything. There is no way this was going to work out for you. Regardless of the justification for searching her, you Googled her name and found her nudes. That's not going to be excusable. You were supposed to look on her Insta for a dog picture, and you ended up on her Reddit looking at her butthole. Why even go looking at her Reddit? Couldn't you have just asked your GF for her daughter's Insta name? Get her to send you the dog pic. How does anyone reasonably justify finding their GF's 20-year-old daughter's OnlyFans as a 44-year-old man? You've been dating 3 months. Mate, even your concern is misplaced. The girl is an adult, and if she is location sharing on Snapchat through OnlyFans, then that is her and her mother's problem, not yours. I am not trying to paint you as some predator. I highly doubt you are. But surely you can see how bad this looks. I don't think anyone is necessarily the asshole here, but saying anything was dumb as duck. Not sure how you would make it okay with your GF when it has such a new relationship and her daughter feels her privacy was violated for possibly nefarious reasons in her mind. Not saying you were actually doing anything nefarious. I think the best you can do, apologize to them both. Tell them you understand the line was crossed. Reassure them that you weren't intending on seeing anything other than a dog pic and that you will never Google her again. Honestly, I would probably have told you to hit the road by now. I can definitely understand why your GF is angry. That has her baby blindly believing you would be hard. Why would you search her username online instead of just going on to Instagram? And even if you for some reason did not see how strange that is to do, why click on anything else other than what you was looking for? You did not even have to search on Instagram or Google though. You could have literally asked for a screenshot of the picture from your GF or asked on Snapchat to see the picture from her daughter direct. But worst of all, then you tell your GF what her adult daughter naively and easily found, but as you said not likely to be easily found by her mother, however, is posting online. If you was genuinely concerned, you should have gone to her privately rather than embarrassing her and outing her to her mother. No wonder both women are upset with you. Thanks for watching. Consider subscribing for more videos.